Alright, finally, we're live. It took a while. Okay, guys, I am now live again. Oh, my camera stopped working. God damn it. This always happens. Alright, here we go. Is it working? It's working. Seems to be. Anyways, so today, rather, I am just finishing up a couple of panels. There's not much left to do here. And I've just extracted my drawings from my drawing sheet to individual panels, individual PSD files now. Jesus. So yeah, so these are just drawings. There's not panels yet because these are just drawings to replace some panels that I've already done. Replace some panels on pages that I've already done, rather. Okay, so I'm gonna copy paste these two drawings to a different page later again, once I actually finish drawing this top part here. And I'm just doing this on a separate PSD file for the sake of the stream, but really they're gonna be set to a different page. So yeah, maybe I'll decide later. I'm not quite sure yet. I need to revise. I need to review my my documents. Yeah. Am I live? It says that I'm live. It says that I'm live. Okay. Let me just see if all systems are go. Yeah, it seems like it. Okay, so there's not much really left to do. Just this page. And there's only 2 pages. I did a lot, right? So there's only this one page here, and this one page here. The rest of these are already finished. And yeah, wait a minute. Did I just? Is it the same? Okay, no. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6 panels to draw. So yeah, these poses, by the way, it was very hard to compose action scenes. So I needed a lot of help from references, right? I believe these poses are from Emilio Alcala, the artist Emilio Alcala. I just found some of his work in Pinterest as per usual, and I just tweaked it like a lot, so it doesn't look too copied. When you're using a reference, it's always important to deviate from the reference. So they're wearing steel toes. I think this bead is too small, but he's sort of kind of like foreshortened anyway. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger, yeah? It's a little bit longer, like that. There's not much left to do here, just really just finishing some drawings. Later on, after I finish the sketch, I'll be reviewing uh, some of your artworks. Yeah. Silver Comet, hello, man. Welcome to the stream. Been a while. Oh, well, it's been a week. Zap stream, hello, man. Welcome, welcome. The music is too loud, isn't it? Let's reduce that. It's a bit noisy for my ears, even though it's a bit relaxing too. I saw the other streams, but did not talk all too much. Ah, that's okay. I know you're just in the background sometimes. Yeah. You don't have to talk on my stream, man. So it's totally fine. Nobody's obligated to do anything. I appreciate it anyway. Hours? I'm pretty sure I haven't streamed since like last week, right? Did I stream this week other than, my usual? I don't think I did. I'm like 3 panels into the panels done inking my manga. I'm done with the sketch. Nice, nice. I'd love to see it. Later on, once I'm done with this drawing, I'm gonna be reviewing some artwork that the members of my Discord server submitted. Okay. I'll be showing them off, and yeah, hopefully they can get some insight from what I have to say. I'm hoping to show it to you while you're live. Yeah, for sure. Send it to you're in my Discord, right? If you're in my Discord, send it to me. I'll have a look at later once I finish the drawing. Yeah, because I'll be looking at some artworks anyway. So I'll just look at yours as well when I start doing that. In the meantime, I'm just trying to finish this off since I got a deadline on March 31 to finish my one shot. Okay. I think he's pretty much done. I need the other leg. I forgot the other leg. I don't like the leg being here. Maybe we can show it here. Yeah, that's more like it. I finished the sketch on my first panel. That's great, man. Yeah, yeah. If you're not in my Discord server, you probably are, but just have a different name. Regardless, I'm just gonna send the link anyway for anybody who wants to join later. I'm gonna be hatching these late too. My son just passed me by. Sorry if you hear that. Uh, Looks too wonky. Maybe just another side view. Hmm. Maybe smaller since it's a bit foreshortened. Yeah, guys, it's really hard to stream while with your son awake. But I figured he was asleep. Well, that's the thing, you know. Well, he's about to go to sleep in maybe an hour. The problem with my son is he has a really weird sleeping pattern. So sometimes he's awake all night, and it's really hard to get him to sleep. Near impossible sometimes. Sometimes I just give up, you know, and just let him play for a bit. And it kind of ruins my schedule sometimes. But that's okay, you know. It's no big deal. It is gonna be a big deal pretty soon since he's gonna be starting school, and he's gonna have to fix his own sleeping pattern. We're gonna be more strict with him once he actually is in school. But this doesn't feel right. It should be just right here and ties here. It's a really weird shoe, man. I didn't give this much thought. Okay. It looks more modern, like a modern shoe than a fantastical shoe. But this is supposed to be a steel toe, which is really medieval, but also with a bit of fantasy element to it. Sorry, burp. So yeah, that's kind of the story of my son. He's kind of like he likes to hang out with me, and so I'm like usually awake during these hours, like well into the night. So I think it ruins his schedule too. That the fact that I'm working like this, and I don't really have much choice for now. It's a very strange shoe indeed. It's a steel toe, with a bit of flair to it. It's okay. We can always change it. And these are not important characters yet, anyway. There will be, but not yet. So I didn't really put much thought into them. And I think he's too small here compared to her. So I might resize him later. Or maybe I'll make her smaller. I think it's easier to make her smaller. Yeah. The post, I just got this from... I forgot who the artist is. You know, I'm really bad with names, but I saved it on my Pinterest anyway. But this post isn't original to me. I needed some help with composing some of these really complex poses, right? What should we do with his arm? Something like that. That looks good. We'll also be adding some sprites, effects to it. Once I actually finish the entire drawing, I'll do that last. I'm gonna be 18, and it's probably gonna be ages till I get my own children. But I already want to give them the world, even I'd there in my thoughts, and not reality yet. I'm just weird like that. Nah, man, I totally understand. It's so much more. That feeling that you're having right now is so much more amplified when you actually have the real thing. I remember the first time I held my son when he just got out. It was really overwhelming, especially when he starts doing some stuff. It's so cute, man. And I have this thing in my head where I just want to give them like everything. But sometimes you also got to be hard on them. When they fall down, you don't always pick them up. You have to let them get up by themselves. And it breaks my heart every time. Every time I'm kind of hard on him. But I also recognize that it's something that they need to do. Because I just want to pick him up and help him. Especially when he cries out for me, Daddy, help me. It's no, you gotta do that yourself, man. And yeah, it breaks my heart, but they also at the same time they need it. To get them started, give them homework. I am starting to give him homework now. And I'm starting with teaching him how to write the alphabet, as well as counting. He knows the sequence of the alphabet already, but he doesn't know what they are. Like if I show him the letter B, he doesn't know what it is, right? He just knows how to sequence it verbally, but he doesn't know what it is. He knows how to count now. He knows how to pick up his Legos. They're not actually Legos. They're too expensive, but they look like Legos. And to go 1, 2, 3, and he knows what the colors are, blue, red, yellow. So I kind of teach him that. Legos are actually really good tool to teach kids. Right? Because they're colored, first of all. So I can ask him, what color is this? Or pick out what blue is. And he does that. And I show him how to count Legos. So how many Legos are there? Oh, it's 1, 2, and then it's really good teaching tool. And even with the alphabet, can you make the letter A? And he makes the letter A. Then of course let them experience fear. Of course, yeah. It's not just the failure, it's the attitude of getting back up by themselves, because we're not always gonna be here. And as early as now, we gotta teach him how to pick themselves up. My mom and I always fight about that because he always just wants to spoil the kid. She always wants to spoil my kid, and she doesn't like it when I'm being hard on him. But in my mind, I'm not doing him any favors by spoiling him too. Yes, visualization and saying something out loud do very well. Yeah. Also, the writing. You have to let them write the thing. He has trouble with the alphabet, like I mentioned earlier, but he already knows what the letter A is because I let him write it all the time, every day. And so he knows what A is, and then maybe later we'll move on to what letter B is. So it's like the physical idea of the letter A, you have to make it reality by actually writing it physically, Yes, that's good. Legos can also help one think out of the box. Kind of have everything at the time and that. Yeah, for sure. But parenting is really difficult. One of the most difficult thing. You have to be careful and shit, You know, I totally forgot to draw his cape. He's supposed to have a cape. Let me just reverse that black thing. A cape here. I'll just draw it really roughly for now. Okay, so we wouldn't be able to see his other foot covered up by like her entire body here. I gotta be careful since I'm gonna shrink this drawing. Actually, you know what? That's gonna give me a lot of trouble. If I shrink this entire thing, I'm gonna have to redraw a lot of parts here. So maybe I'll just make this guy bigger. What's this? Okay, whatever. I'll make it up as I go along, right? I'm almost finished with my one shot. The competition is in 3 weeks, and I'm like 70% finished. By the end of the work week, I'm hoping to be a little bit more than that. Yeah. Okay, so we're not gonna draw the other leg too much, just maybe indication of a leg here. And that's it, because it's gonna be covered anyway. It's gonna be a waste. Silent manga edition? It's not gonna be silent manga. The Kodakawa competition also has a with dialogue section to it, right? Though there is a silent manga competition, I think in April. I forgot by who. Oh yeah, I remember. Silent. It's from Clip Studio. I'll be joining that too with a different story, completely different from what I'm writing, in collaboration with one of my clients. So yeah, I've already drawn that. I think I've drawn 2 pages of that manga already, but I'm really just focused on the one on March this month, so I haven't really gone any further. I think there's a competition every month, and I'm gonna try to join every 3 months or so. I'm gonna try to make a new one shot every 3 months, maybe 3 months. Yeah, who knows? I'm getting better at writing, especially short stories. I got a few ideas in mind. Some of them takes within the world that I drew, and some of them are a little bit more original. Well, outside of that, that's what I mean. All of them are original. We just a cape now. I'm also trying to rethink my world a little bit more. Trying to get in more to the more cooler stuff of world building. Kind of like how my world works with the things that is in it. Kind of hard to explain, but I learned recently. I realized, and also learned from other world builders, that the world structure should also revolve around the power structure or the magic system that I made, right? So since I'm doing this rune system, I'm thinking that I should change the way people build their castles, since it's a medieval story. There's castles. In this story in particular, the manga that I'm drawing right now. So yeah, I need to restructure the aesthetic of some of my drawings, as well as some maybe few story beats that revolves around that. I don't know. We'll see. Confession time. Want to show that what's a show that inspired you to love storytelling? It can be anything. Well, the specific show shouldn't be the one that you made decide to draw, but just inspired your love story. To love story. A show that genuinely infected you. Oh, that's easy to That's a very easy question. That's a very good question. I'll say that the first one ever inspired me was The Lord of the Rings. I know, very cliche answer, but it's true. The Lord of the Rings was like the premier storytelling study, right? In my eyes, there is no greater world building structure than The Lord of the Rings. It is the father of all world building. There's probably world buildings before that, but it is the world building story that started it all. All the modern ones, all elves, like what elves look like before Lord of the Rings. They used to be like more like gnomes, but before that they made like elves really look cool. Same with the dwarves. Another show is Attack on Titan, more than anime side. I actually, in fact, the story, a section of the story, revolves around a wall in my story, right? Around a barrier. So that part is all inspired by Attack on Titan. What else? My stories are pretty cliche. My inspiration are pretty cliche. I'm pretty sure nobody's gonna be surprised. It's also inspired by, of course, I've been mentioning her name obnoxiously on my videos, right? Kamomi Shirahama's Witch Hat Atelier. The magic system is inspired by that, and Full Metal Alchemist. Again, very cliche. I'm thinking of another story that inspired me. But what truly inspired me, though, to start writing wasn't any show. It was a book from. Let me show you if I can the book. It was this book that inspired me to draw. Can you see it on my screen? All right, this book. Okay, it's from the author of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I've never read JoJo's Bizarre Adventure before, but this book is what inspired me to actually start doing something about storytelling and manga creation for myself, right? Dangman is gonna sound weak compared to yours, but it's gonna feel that way. But it doesn't feel that way. A show that inspired me was A Little Pony. A show that watched growing up. It made me seek out the feeling of, yeah, oh, that's great, man. I've never watched My Little Pony. I don't know what it's about, but if it gave you that feeling, that's wonderful. I don't think it's weak too. I mean, if it gave you that feeling, it's pretty powerful. I like stories with a lot of like virtues, like classical virtues into them. You know, like that those stories of heroism in face of despair, um, duty to your fellow man, honor, valor, things like that. You know, sacrifice, and a good story arc where the character is humbled and changes. My main character definitely starts that way. She's pretty childish and has a wide eye kind of outlook in life. But later on, she does something that she doesn't intend and sees that her actions actually has more consequences around the people that she doesn't even know, right? And it grieves her and makes her feel guilty, and she changes because of it for the better. Are you going to color the manga pages, or is this a black? It's just black and white. I don't have time to color them because it's gonna be for a competition in 3 weeks. Plus, I kind of like the black and white aesthetic now. To be honest with you, though, I really miss coloring stuff because I used to do like your typical anime coloring shit. Um, but I haven't done one of those paintings for a very long time, and maybe once the competition is finished, once I actually submit this, I'll do a stream where I actually draw something, beautiful, something that I can print. Yeah, so I can relax for a little bit. Right now, I'm really stressed out with this, man. It's a like massive deadline, right? In 3 weeks. It's just about ponies. Yeah, of course, the title. Although on the surface, it's a children's show. It tackles themes of war, death, and more, which is why exploded in popularity. It got characters that feels more human. When a pony and you genuinely care more. Yeah, well, that the thing is, every story is supposed to be about humans because humans are watching them, even if it's a like say My Little Pony or any sort of fable out there. The characters should always feel human because humans are watching them. Then Pony and you genuinely care for them. Yeah, that's great. Again, if that inspired you, I wouldn't consider it weak if it's powerful enough to inspire someone. I understand it's a popular show too. I personally just haven't watched it. I don't think it's my kind of show. But I watch cartoons like Dexter. Back in the day. Back in the day, I didn't really think much of it, but I understand there are also adult themes around that show. Puff Girls when I was a kid. That show was for girls. Actually, no, I didn't think about it. I don't think the Powerpuff Girls is for girls. Because pretty action heavy thing. You know, it just happens to be girly, and it looks like it's gonna be for girls. And I'm pretty sure a lot of girls watched it too. But the themes of it, I think they were transcendent. Should I bother drawing the feet here? I probably should. No. It's okay. No, I don't know. Maybe. No, the beatings and giving Mojo Jojo. Yeah. Well, you know, the 90s, early 2000s. I don't remember when it came out. That was a different time, man. Okay, this page is pretty much done. Let's go to the next one. I don't think I aligned the sketch here pretty well. I don't even think I need the sketch anymore. Maybe the feet. Okay. Powerpuff Girls inspired anime called Panty and Stockings. Well, the styles at least. I think I've seen that. I haven't watched it. I've just seen the art style somewhere, I think. I don't remember where exactly. I haven't really watched any cartoons for a while. I'm planning to watch Adventure Time. It's on my list. But that depends of if my wife likes it, because I only watch shows if my wife likes it. And you know, my wife is pretty cool. My soon-to-be wife. She watched a lot of anime. Generally God tier art from the anime. It's unconventional, but it's fun. You can't watch it around your kids, obviously. Which one? Panties and Stocking? Is it lewd? I don't know. I've just seen the art. I don't know what it's about. But yeah, of course, from judging from the title, it sounds kinda questionable, right? I switch to Sakura animations from time to time. Sakuga. You don't watch. Yeah, okay. I should know an artist who makes Adventure Time art and anime art style. Even in you know, that's a good. It's a good idea. I should probably make cartoons into anime art style. I think I've done it once from a request on Discord. I think I drew. I don't know. I don't know what her name is. In fact, when she recommend, what's it? A she? Mr. So it's a he. That's the only time I found out about it. Let me show you. Has been Hotel. Right, I did this fan art. I don't even know who this character is. He just showed me the picture, right? I was like, okay, we can do something like that. So maybe the other side would be good. Wait, give me a sec. Oh man, this is so difficult. So I did this fan art, right? Of that cartoon. Has been a hotel. I no clue what that is about. Something about a hotel. Darren Z, Jagger Arts. I think I've heard of Jagger Art. I don't know. Maybe it's just a familiar name. I know an artist who is making Adventure Time into a manga. Oh, that's cool, man. If I remember right, they are making fan comic of Ben 10 as well. Man, I haven't watched any of these for a while. I've watched a little bit of Ben 10. I know what it's about. Yeah. I got a request a very long time ago, like 2023, I think. Thanks. The cards were just. I think I got really sick. Did I draw the cards myself? I don't remember. I think I just copy pasted the card online. It wasn't paid, okay, so I was like, okay, who cares? This is a fan art for a request for a user. Hmm. Okay, this is just rendering now. Let's see what we can do. This part here should be black. All right. And that's pretty much it. Oh yeah, this thing. I need to render this. Hmm. Grandma Max is a cool exorcist. If it has the 6 eyes. And I wouldn't want that on Drix. I don't think I need the sketch anymore. I'm gonna delete the sketch layer. I think I'm just one drawing away from two drawings from finishing the entire thing. And then I just need to um organize my pages then and then render this, which I think I'll be doing those tomorrow. But after I finish all of the drawings, I'm gonna review some of the artworks that you've submitted in my Discord server. I think there was like two of them. I'm gonna review it anyway. We're gonna add more hatching lines to this so it looks more like a punch. You know, later on we're gonna add some effects. she gets punched in the face, and then she's kind of unfazed, right? He's kind of shocked. I think I need to pose him here, like he's punching. So raise his shoulder a little bit, like this, because it just looks like he's standing instead of punching. Right? It doesn't look good. I might revise this later. Just change his pose to more of a side pose. Is he punching with his right arm? But this is his left arm. Right? This doesn't match. I gotta change that too. That's easy though. I just need to flip this. And then let's see if I can redraw this thing, okay? So left arm. Let's flip this. You know, I'm gonna flip everything. Okay, because I just forgot. It's I'm trying to fix all of my pages to read from right to left. So it should read from here, 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 here. So that's fine. So now I just need to flip. I still need to flip this, right? Yeah. Roughly like that. Flip. Do you have any manga artist inspiration? I recently talked about Kamome Shirahama, the artist from Witch Hat Atelier. I love her paneling styles, the framing and everything like that. Fujimoto also really does paneling really well. Who else? I keep forgetting her name. Give me a sec. Shuzo Oshimi, Happiness. A really nice horror kind of manga here. Can you see all that, right? Can you right there? Happiness. And who else? Couple of famous one, maybe Junji Ito. Great drawings, you know. Junji Ito's art is more like it's built for big reveals, so I really like that. The artist for Helsing, again, these names keeps escaping me. So this next should be a little bit. You know what? I'm just gonna keep the original. Goodness, I just ruined it. Can I still Control Z it? Okay. Flip. I'm gonna have to do that all over again. And cut. But the reason why I'm flipping this is his hand is the wrong place. So this is his left hand. And this is now his left hand. Before it was the right hand. I forgot to draw his other hand. I should draw a fist here. Because his other hand should be in the show, right? Maybe an indication of a hand here. That sucks. Huh. One sec. How does this pose work? Hmm. It kinda. I don't like it. It's missing something, right? I kinda wish I didn't erase the sketch now. Um. Anyways, let's just put a hand here. Or maybe here. Oh yeah, that's much better. Put it here. This is a really weird way to draw a hand, okay? This is not how I normally would draw it. I think it's too big. Around that much. Now, I'm not really following the sketch. I am just making it just a little bit more sleeker than the sketch is. And I'm not really trying to detail this hand. It's kind of small. And it's unimportant for me right now. So just something that looks like a hand will do. Don't need to sketch anymore. Did I draw that right? Yeah, I drew that right. It kind of sucks, doesn't it? It sucks. I'm gonna have to redraw that. I don't like it. You know, I'll leave it for now. I'll leave it for now. It's fine. I'm kind of frustrated with it. I don't want to spend too much time thinking about it. I don't need the hand anyway. It could just maybe it's like right there tucked in like this. Yeah, I'm proud of myself. You know, I'm really proud of myself with the page I'm drawing. I feel like I took what you taught us on your study video of which had and really implemented it. Nice. But I can't wait. Have you sent it on my Discord yet? Or because I'm about to review it once I finish 2 other drawings. Yeah. Hopefully you'll stick around. And I can imagine this being like this, right? Take a look at this. If I do that. Ooh, look at that panel. This actually turned out exactly the way I wanted to. Oh yeah, exactly the way I wanted to. It's gonna like an ominous feeling. I haven't rendered her just a little bit more here than normal. I want to redraw this. That's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, it's not done yet. Well, I'm sure as I've drawn it now, you'll understand what's happening, but I haven't inked it fully and added all the details. But even so, I'm really proud of it. Nice, nice, nice. When you're done, show it to me, yeah? It doesn't have to be today, you know, if you need another day or two. Maybe even next week, you know. Take your time. So this page should be done for now. I'm yet to render this. There's a lot of places here that I need to add line weight to, especially on his cape here in the first panel, as well maybe here too on this fist. And I kind of wanna. I'm thinking if I want to redraw this panel here, panel 4, because he looks like he's just standing there, right? And I want it to be. I wanted him to draw in at an angle. Okay, this one's done. This is more of an action page. There's going to be way more things going on here once this is actually rendered and all the background stuff is done. But the sequence is that she's running and she decks this guy into the ground. There's going to be effects here. I could show it to you though, and you could act like an editor. Yeah, if you have the full sketch, then I could do that for you if you want. And then she jumps here as this guy's throwing another rope at her, and she decks it like a drop kick. I think this is so cool. I wish I kind of drew this. I could probably still make this thing a lot bigger. I want to make it like so big. This could be the money shot, right? But I also want. Sorry, I also want this to have like a lot of effects to it, so I'm giving it a bit more space. You've already seen this. This one, she gets slipped again. So this happens after this, right? This page here, she's like on doing a handstand, and then she gets caught, and then she falls over. She stands back up, and she gets punched, and it doesn't phase her. All right, I'll review your stuff once I actually finish 2 more drawings, which is this drawing here. Almost done, though. I just need to draw the face and a couple of parts here of the body, as well as the hand. I thought I drew the hand already. Yeah, no matter. I don't like this nose. Why is my thing gray? Be black. Yeah, just send it over to Discord. I already have the link. Why is my thing gray? Oh, it's here. Send it over to Discord and I'll review it after I finish these 2 drawings, yeah? I really have trouble drawing mouths. I thought I was good at it, but I realized I could be better. The trick that I find really useful is to flip the canvas. So let's flip the canvas. Hey, it actually looks good. All right, let's go back to it. This drawing here of Hikari is actually a recycled drawing that I did a very long time ago. And I just copy pasted it because I got really lazy and I just redrew her outfit because she has a different outfit back when I first drew her. But these guys are having trouble capturing her. No. You know, let's just delete that for now. I have a better idea. Well, I wanted to draw both eyes first. Let's flip it. See if it actually matches. Oh, look at that. The other eye is not matching the other one. Gonna make this lower. That's a bit better. A little bit wonky. This be lower. It's a bit better. It's fine. No. It needs a bit more line weight, huh? Funny eyes. But you can actually do that. I mean, I was just joking around, but you can just put dots, low effort to see if the eye matches, and then just fix it later on. Big dots, right? Like that. Yeah, that looks okay. That's fine. Let's add some line weight to it. Okay. All right, one more drawing, just this thing, and I've almost finished it anyway. And then we can finally do some reviews, and after reviews, we can render these, add some hatching lines, add some line weights to it. That'd be really cool. Maybe even I can probably even do the backgrounds tonight. It depends if my son doesn't, bother me, and I have to put him to sleep in about an hour or two. So I'll end the stream by then. But we got some time. We got some time. Left foot. This is her left foot. So this is the foot without the sandals. Because she drops her sandals. One of her sandals. Accidentally. So she only has one shoe. One sandals, one shoe, one footwear. I don't like the position of this feet. It feels unnatural. I want to put it a little bit more back right there. Yeah, okay, that's way better. I don't need to sketch anymore for now. Maybe I'll need to sketch later. Can I? Okay. Okay. Feet is almost done. Black socks on black pants. Just the hands now and the hair. And of course her ears. Harsh boss. Hello, man. Welcome to the stream, buddy. What's up? I'm gonna make my poses not look stiff and in flow, Mister. Study gesture drawings. Okay. Here's how I did it. When I was in school, I used to draw a lot of dancers, swimmers, and there was another one. There's another category. Um, I forgot. There's dancers and swimmers, and there's poses that moves like that, and then draw it with just one stroke without lifting your pen, so you can get like a really calligraphic kind of motion to it. And yeah, that's how I practiced back in the day. But right now, you can just use references because I'm using a lot of references just to save some time. And just combining that with the things that I already knew. No, swimmer. What was the other thing? Swimmers, ballet dancers. Because those things. Yeah, because they kind of exert their body in extreme ways. So when you try to draw them, they you kind of get to know how the joints work and how far you can push the anatomy. So yeah, ballerinas, man, you study them, and swimmers too. When they're swimming. Oh yeah, martial artist. That's the one. Martial artist. Those three. So gesture drawing, right? Look it up. It's look into it, get into it, and it will make your thing looks less stiff. And try to draw it in just a really rough sketch just to get the emotion in the pose of the emotion of the pose in your canvas and your drawing. Just one stroke. Don't lift your pen. So I'll demonstrate a little bit, right? So really rough, and then you just go like a letter S here and then go back. All right, things like this. And maybe she has her hands here, and her hand might be there. Go back to your hand, just get the you know what I mean? Just I'm lifting my finger because I ran out of canvas. It was like right here, right? I want to draw the feet, but you kind of get what I mean, right? Just do something like that. It's a lot more expressive when you draw it with a pencil or a pen than in digital art too. I can't really explain why. To me, it just feels more gritty, feels more energetic than a digital pen. So the ground is like this. Her hand should be on the ground. Can I draw it to the side? I'm running out of space. I'll come back to that. Actually, I'll just do that now. I need to move her here. I forgot to draw the rope. Ah, man, I'll do that later. There's so many things I need to worry about. I don't want to rush it. But hopefully that answers your question. That's how I did it anyway. Yeah. No worries, man. The hand big enough? A bit smaller. Let's make it a tad bit bigger. There we go. Oh yeah, the face. Just move the sketch. She has should I give her an annoyed face? Like this is happening again? I'm gonna give her an annoyed face. It's gonna be funny. Like a really funny face. Yeah. Because she keeps getting tied up. I was gonna give her a shock face, like a cool shock face. But I think it's funnier this way. I don't know, maybe I should go back to the shock face. Can you guys give me a sec? I'll be right back. Okay, give me 5 minutes. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. I just had to look after my kid for a bit. I'm back though. Don't add the mouth. It looks good. It gives off the vibe that she's annoyed. This is outside opinion. I hope it helps. Yeah, man. No, I'm just experimenting for now. See if it looks good, okay? I might still change this. I kind of don't like it, to be honest with you. Don't add the eyes. Oh, you mean this thing? Oh, yeah, you know what? You're right. I think it does add to it. We just tap dot. No. You're definitely right. Good call. What about the mouth? You know, that actually adds it too. Like maybe just like that. Okay, so time to add the rope. This is a special kind of rope. Oops. Can I do this? In the ground like that? This rope is a bit thicker than the thing, right? Kind of annoying me. Make it thicker. Yeah, that's about right. Make it really thick. Where's the one behind that too? Okay. Last thing I need to do is just some details on her hair. And then this should be done. Like everything should be finished now. After this. And I'll go do some reviews. I'm really getting the hang of the black stuff, the shadow and just rendering with black. I used to be really insecure with this thing. And then I just dive into it. It's like, okay, it's not that bad. I mean, it's still really difficult for me, but I'm kind of getting the hang of it. I think I'm finding my own style. Okay, she looks really annoyed there. Okay, this should be done. Yeah, I can't really tell what else I need to do here except for the hatching lines for some of these, which I'll probably do later. But yeah, I like how it turned out. Oh yeah, the rope. Forgot the rope again. Over here. Mm-mm. You know what we can do just to save some time? Copy paste that. Make that just a little bit smaller so it follows that curve. And just edit the end of here. There you go. Right? Save some time. Cheating, I know. This is why I love digital art. There's so many things you can do with it. The versatility is pretty much endless. Boundless? Endless? You know what I mean, right? Okay. Should be done. Should she get stomped? Another thing is later we're gonna add some splash marks here. Like this. Maybe even her face. Like we don't show her face. So that'd be funny if you don't have to show the face. But we'll add that later. No need to rush. Okay. So what else can we do? I'll delete the sketch. No need to. No need, I don't have the need for it. This is done. This is done. Now I'll fix this later. Just a little bit of overlaps here. Almost done. This is pretty much done. Okay. You know what? Let's go to our Discord and I'm gonna review some stuff. There's only a couple of things that I need to do. All right. Let's open up a new tab. Give me a sec, guys. Okay. Good. Sorry. Hmm. Okay, so I only had 2 artists submitted on my board. Um, I don't know if you submitted Zap stream, but if you haven't, submit it on the server. Yeah, on the Show Me Your Art channel. So where should I put this thing? Hey, you can see more of me. Put it here. All right, so this is from Ghost Bunny, right? She's a regular on another Discord server that I frequent, and she recently joined my channel. So yeah, Ghost Bunny. This one is, I think this is a more of a character study. I think I'm not sure what she's trying to do here really, but the artwork really rendered well. Excuse me. It's rendered really well. I guess what lacks the thing that's lacking here is just technique. And what I mean by that is just, you know, the technique of actually drawing with the flow of your hands and stuff, because there's a lot of lines here that they're kind of dirty. Maybe that's what she's just going for, and maybe this is just a sketch. But as a sketch, it looks good. You know, the art style looks good. Maybe there's also some refining with the nose, and the chin here is a bit lower than the other. The left chin, sorry, the right chin, left chin, because I'm all right. So my left, his left chin on my left is lower than the other. So maybe there's some anatomical mistakes here, of course. But so far, I think this is more of a technique problem. I like the render though. See how she got the render right on the shadow of the left side where the light is coming from the right. The chin bone here should have a very light shadow since the light is coming from the right side. So this chin over here should be lit up just a little bit, but it's going to cast a shadow, so she should be lighter on her hatching marks there. Actually, I'm a bit confused because where the hell is my thing? There it is. See this chin here, sorry, not chin, cheek. The cheek here should be a bit lighter since the light is coming from here. So I don't know what's going on with the hair. I can't really make up what's going on here, so I can't really critique it. But really, this jawline is lower than this jawline, so I would probably raise this up a little bit more, or raise this down here a little bit more. But it's not really, you know, leveled. Maybe that's the character. Again, I don't know. It's really hard to judge sketches like this because it's not finished, right? So I don't know what the general idea. I can kind of get what the general idea is. But let's see which. This is another one of her drawings. Colors are a bit too strong for me, for my liking, but I like the idea of the green and the purple. I think it matches really well. And I also like how she has these smaller drawings here, right? With the eyes and the lips. I don't know what she's going for with these jagged lines here. Maybe her lips detaches. I don't know. Or maybe that's just like a close-up, right? But the colors looks nice. The render, again, this is more of a technique issue, really, because her lines isn't that confident to me, at least. Okay, it doesn't look confident enough. So the technique of controlling your hands, you know, I think it's lacking a little bit here, as well as some yeah, maybe anatomical issues here and there. But again, it's hard to tell because it's stylized. It's heavily stylized, so it's kind of hard to tell. But yeah, this is more of a technique issue. I think Ghost Bunny just needs to study and draw at the same time, right? Which I think she's doing. I mean, it does, from the other drawing, it does look like she's doing that. This drawing, because this looks more anatomically correct, and this has less of a technique issue than this. Okay. But I definitely understand what she's going for. And if she's going on that direction, that more stylized caricature kind of look for the characters, I think this one's in the right direction. But again, it's just the confidence needs a bit more help. The technique of the hands, if you're controlling it to draw, needs a bit more help. And there's some sketch lines here and there, minor issues. Really doesn't bother me all too much. And I think this one's from her. I think. Yeah, this one's from her. This one's kind of funny, right? But it looks a bit more different from her other art style. Maybe this one's commissioned. I'm not quite sure, but I like this better when it comes to the rendering. It looks much cleaner, especially with the light here. That glow here looks really nice, and the skin too. I don't really have anything else to say here. The hands need a bit more help, I think. Again, more technique issues here. More just study. Excuse me, sorry. Just studying the hands will help this a lot. That's what I mean by technique. It's just the trying to getting used to the technique of actually drawing, right? The understanding of what things look like and how things work. So the hand here needs some help. I think this is commissioned, right? I gotta ask her if this one's commissioned. I don't really have much else to say here except for this much of the same things I've already done. Much of the same things that I've already said about her other drawings. So yeah, Ghost Bunny, just get used to hand controlling your hands. Much more elegant, slow down your drawing when you need to, and then speed it up when you have to. When I say that, by the way, I'm just saying that don't rush your drawings, right? Take your time. Do the same stroke over and over again if you have to. This one's a lot cleaner though. This drawing was a lot cleaner than the other two drawings that she submitted. So yeah, that's Ghost Bunny. The other one is from, I actually can't read her name. Why can't I read his name? Huh. His name just says I dot dot. I'm pretty sure that's an issue on my Discord. Or I don't know but I, okay, from my Discord as well. You just added mine. Where did you add it? I don't see. Oh yeah, I see it. Okay, I'll review it next. I'll review it last, okay? Because there's one more artist that I want to review. So from this is pretty good. Actually, is it from and this one's from Half Piece. Okay, this is from a Half Piece. So Half Piece has been on my server for a while, and he's submitted, I don't know if it's she. This person has submitted a lot of his drawings, and why is that zoomed out? Zoomed in. And these are definitely a massive jump of quality than what he submitted earlier on when I first met him, right? This is a big jump. Definitely a big jump. I mean, look at this detail. This is more of a creature, I think, right? Yeah. I think this is from Monster. It looks familiar. It looks like a Monster Hunter kind of creature, right? The hatching lines, definitely big improvement. More energy to them. I guess what I can suggest is, and hatching lines is make them a little bit more grittier, a bit more dirtier. This is just my technique, okay? I've seen other artists that is a lot more has a lot more cleaner hatching lines, but see these lines here, they kind of look the same from these lines here, even though there's two separate fins. I guess these are fins, right? So these are two separate fins, but the hatching lines looks the same. Like you just went straight up and down. But what I would suggest instead is, for the other fin, make a different set of hatching lines, so it looks more 3D. It looks like a separate entity, a separate fin. Does that make sense? Like I would hatch this. Maybe it's a good idea to demonstrate it. Give me a sec. Let's turn it off. So this part here. Let's go to the other screen. Okay, better. So this part here, see how you, if you have piece, if you're there, you just made a straight line like this, right? This line is pretty much the same. So what I would suggest you do is um, just assuming that we erase this line because these are two fins, right? What I would like you to do is make an entirely different line here than this. I know it's painstaking. I know it's kind of redundant, but it just makes it look more grittier, more. It'll make it look like a separate a fin, and also maybe a thicker line like this, just to really emphasize the inner shadow. But yeah, that's my critique on this. But so far, man, this looks really good from like your past submissions. It looks really good. Massive jump in quality, especially the Gundam one, which I'll get into in a bit. Okay, because there's one more drawing that you submitted. Oops, no, that's Ghost Monies. Let's go here. The other one, this one's really cool. And look at this. You spent a lot of time with this. The hatching lines everywhere. It looks so sick, man. The face looks really good. I mean, it looks symmetrical to me, and at a glance. So yeah, but let's get into your Gundam one. Is this still half piece? I'm just reviewing the display. Yeah, it's half piece. Dude, this is like your best work so far, man. Yeah, this is definitely. I can see the. Is that Machu? Oh no, that's Oh, this is a new Gundam, right? I recognize the thing there. This is a new Gundam. Yeah, the face. Dude, one of my favorite Gundams, and I can't. I really want to buy the Perfect Grade Unleashed new Gundam. It's too expensive in my country. It's like 50,000 pesos or like $1,000, double the price, almost double the. It's a bit more than double the price that it is in Japan. In fact, it'll be much cheaper for me to buy the Perfect Grade Unleashed if I buy a ticket to Japan, buy it there, stay the night, and then fly back to the Philippines, like in just one day. That would be much cheaper, and I get to go to Japan, than buying it here directly. So I really want to get it, but I probably get it this October, since I'm going back to Japan this October. But yeah, going back to the drawing. Sorry, that was a distraction there. I digress. But man, the hatching lines here is so good. See, this is what I mean, right? You did hatching lines here really well, especially with the cross hatch to emphasize more darker shape. I don't really have any bad critiques here. Maybe just line weight issues. I don't know. You did some line weights here, but let's see if I can improve on this. Okay. Let's see if I can copy this image, and let's go back to the other screen. So what I would do to improve this is add more darker blacks with the shadows. For example, instead of hatching lines, you can utilize what do you call it? Thicker lines. I just said the word right. It escaped my tongue. A line variation, right? So let me just demonstrate it. I can't think of the word. I just said the word too. It's embarrassing. So maybe here on this gear thing, right? Just slight deviation from the line work here. And then here too with the gradation here. Just thicker lines on where the strongest part of the shadow is. And just leave the other ones as is. So in the back here, it would be casting some crazy amount of shadow. So maybe here. And I understand you're probably doing this in the pen. I can see that it's in the drawing book. Probably harder. You can use a marker, or just really go at it with a pen. So you know what I mean? Just underneath the chin here, just line weights. Okay. I would even go as far as just coloring this thing that you've already drawn as fully black. right? These things. And if it's metal, here's my tip for metal, is draw a black thing here, like in the middle, and then draw a slightly white thing here. So that kind of gives it a little bit of a shine. Maybe you can even do it here on the side, like this. Right, so very quickly underneath here should cast some crazy shadow since it's closer to the fins here, the antenna. It's closer to the face. So it's overlapping really closely with the face, even underneath the eyes. So you can accentuate and really emphasize the eyes here, right? So just do that all over next time. Maybe, I don't know. That's just my style, okay? But overall, I love this piece. This is probably your best work so far. I can't believe in just a few months since you joined the server, you know, it's I've seen this much improvement from you. It's amazing. I'm really impressed. Give me a sec. I need to go back to my Discord to get your thing. All right, so this is for Zapstream. I think your eye, right, on my server. Give me 2 seconds. I have a problem with my monitor. I have a triple monitor setup. So I have one monitor here, and another monitor right there near my camera. But that monitor is this vertical screen you're seeing on my left. However, that monitor is not working. I mean, it is working, but it's just black for me for now because I think it's a problem with the cable. But my computer still detects it as if it's working. So in order for me to actually see what's going on, I have to look at my OBS because my computer is detecting it, but my monitor is just all black. So I gotta find here where my mouse is. Okay, there it is. What in the world happened there? It split. One sec, guys. Whoops. No, that's the wrong drawing. Here it is. Why does it keep on? Ooh, wait, one moment. It's really difficult. I had to look at my OBS to see what's going on. Okay, that should do the trick. So what the hell's going on? Alright, so this piece, let me just analyze it a little bit. So far, at the glance, I think I kind of know what's going on here. But let's see what the flow is. I don't know where you're gonna put this square here. Is supposed to be a dialogue or another panel. I don't know what's going on here. This is a person, a shadow. What I like about it is this thing. Really well done. I'll even do something further with it, you know? Just maybe overlap this here and then make it pass through even here to the top, right? But the flow of this, okay, here's what I need you to do. Okay, if there's dialogue here, I would make it so that the dialogue is positioned in a way that directly follows to the next panel. So maybe here or here, somewhere in the bottom. Or maybe up top, because there's nothing really guiding me in this panel. There's nothing guiding me to go down to this panel here. But I like this thing. This thing is kind of drawing my attention right now. So my eyes kind of starts here, right? But maybe because this thing is not finished yet. But I want you to do something for the first panel that really grabs my attention. Right now, what's grabbing my attention is this stroke and this pencil, this is a great drawing. But for sequencing, I think this panel needs a little bit more help. But again, I can't critique it because it's not finished yet. but I can probably critique the composition. I like the composition, a high camera angle, which is really great. You know, it's you're experimenting with angles now. But yeah, my only complaint is just the flow. Really, there's nothing guiding my eyes. So if you're gonna stick with this drawing, I'd suggest maybe use the dialogue as a guide to the eye for me to go jump to this panel. Then this thing is guiding me to go here, right? Or what you can do is change this position and maybe drag it up here, so there's a clear flow for me to go down. Or maybe something like this, right? That cuts through. Let me experiment a bit with this, okay? Give me a sec. Let's see if I can do something similar. So maybe I would guide. Let's do a red, okay? So it's a lot clearer. Like this box. I don't know what this box is, but let's just say it's not there. And guide it here. Yeah, so this way my eyes starts here and it flows downwards. And this way I can also draw this face without obstructing its thing. Right? Or what you can do also is maybe do something. Oh, oops, sorry. You can do with what Kamome Shirahama does, where this entire panel right here could be a pen, and then you can just divide the panel like this, right? So this could be one panel, and the panel deviates to a pen shape thing here. This is me being creative. But yeah, that's okay. So the number one complaint here is that there is no flow, or the flow starts here. At least for me, okay. This is just my thing. It should start somewhere here. So either you change this direction of this stroke to be more up top, maybe something like that, or you know, might be more a little bit more obvious like this, something like that, right? And that way this thing is the guiding force for the flow. Or you could also add a dialogue here. I don't know what this is for. I guess it's a like a narration, so that my thing goes from this head and then goes from this head and then goes from here. So this is a flow here. Or one more thing you can do is flip this. So this mug here could be here. So there's a clear flow. Because it's manga, right? It has to start somewhere. Actually, you know what? It's fine. You know, this. I think it goes like this, and then like this. I don't know. That's just me. It's kind of bothering me. Well, hopefully that's helpful. Where's my chat? Did I lose my chat? Okay. Can you please send your edits to Discord? Yeah, you know what? I'll do that. Wait, give me a sec. I'll make you an edit, okay? Let's just do that. It's completely helpful. Yeah, no worries, man. I'm glad I could help. But you know what? I'll instead of sending it in Discord, I'll just send it to you privately. Yeah. Dude, I am so old. I don't know how to send you a private. There it is. So yeah, that was all the submissions I got from my new channel. I don't want to review some of the sketches that's done from the other channels, although there is a lot more artwork there that was submitted. Isagi's work is so good. I think this is more of a Yasuke Murata. All right, cool. I don't mind it. Yeah, no worries, man. Hopefully that was helpful for you guys. But yeah, I only got like 3 artists that submitted. It's a small server, you know. I don't really mind if it's just a small for it's small for now. I'm growing it, and I'm really happy to start a community with you all. Um, I'm making more videos. I can only commit at least 30 minutes to an hour a day to make videos, right? It's not really that much. My next video will be about paneling. I was gonna upload that, but I realized that video is lacking. So I'm gonna give myself another week or two to edit that thing. I'm also making videos for world building stuff. You know, could be helpful for manga artists out there. You know, starting manga artists to start their world instead of just drawing. Because you know, in this again, going back to this book right here. Yeah, again, just in case. Manga creation is not just about drawing. It's an amalgamation of like a lot of art discipline, writing, storyboarding, you know, character creation, world building, things like that. And yeah, art of course is also very important. But my channel has really evolved into a manga channel, and I just want to teach people or show what the tricks that I've learned so far. And writing isn't really my strong suit, but I've learned so much in the past year since I've started writing. And maybe there's a few things that I'm confident enough to show what I've done so far. It's not really a tutorial about writing. I don't think I'm there yet, but you know, just showing off what I've done so far, and people are interested with that. I want to delete this now because this is on my page. Okay, so I can get back to drawing because there's still a lot to do. Okay, for example, I need to render these stuff. So the way I render this is through hatching lines. I've got a video suggestions. Yeah, man. Yeah, I can just chill for a bit. By the way, maybe next time if you guys want to also include your like your handles, you know, your social media, with your if you're doing that art there on Instagram or TikTok or whatever. I don't mind shouting you guys out, okay? I mean, there's barely any viewers, but who knows? A year from now, if I just keep at this. By the end of the year, why don't you make a video of all the people you've helped on Discord channels? Talk about how you helped us grow as using everything you've learned. I don't know, man. I don't want to. I don't think I don't really give myself credit if people improve, even though, you know, people learn from me. I give all the credit to you guys for that. I'm just a guide, right? I'm not really the, you know, that's still all you. I don't have I have a very small part to play, and I don't like the sound of oh, it's because of me that you guys you know. I'll definitely make a video by the end of the year and just, you know, thank everybody for sticking with me. It's been a very humbling experience since I took YouTube and content creation very seriously. I mean, I started the Discord server because earlier on there were a lot of people asking me to do so. It's like, okay, let's start a community. I mean, what's there to lose, right? And then I realized all when I was trying to promote it, my links were broken. Like, oh, I didn't see any growth for a while. Yeah, so I'm really humbled about all of this stuff. There's nothing to thank me about, okay? It's the other way around. I should be thanking you guys. Mm. Okay. I think it's time to arrange this. Let's see if they can do better here. This needs a lot more help. Line weight. I don't really consider myself, by the way, as a like a pro mangaka. I'm only a pro in the sense that I do this for a living, but in a sense that I'm like really good at this. I'm okay with this. I'm decent enough to teach this stuff. But it's not really. I recognize that I'm really a small thing, a small channel, and my skills don't even match up with like real mangakas, in Japan. If I go to Japan right now and work as a mangaka, I will be a terrible mangaka. I wouldn't do so well. And because for one, it's just a different world. And you might see my drawing and think it's really good. But these guys, man, they're just on another level. And I don't even stand a chance. Well, not yet. I don't downplay myself that much. Well, we'll get there soon enough. On the competition, I keep saying this, but on the competition this March, I don't really expect to win either. The most important thing for me is the editor feedback. Oh, that's another thing, by the way. If you want to get good at art really, really quickly, you gotta be able to take in feedback. Even from non-artists. Like, just taking feedback everywhere, man. And that'll be up to you if you follow that feedback or not. For me, I like to try everything. Even like even suggestions that think it sounds stupid at first. I've learned to humble myself and do it first before thinking it's stupid, because sometimes stupid suggestions turn out to be really brilliant. It just sounds stupid, but when you're in practice, it's brilliant. I've had many things like that happen to me, especially with my clients. When they, oh, why don't you try putting this, this here, his mouth a little bit higher. It's like, dude, your mouth already looks good. What are you talking about? That's stupid. And then I do it. It's like, oh my god, it's such a big improvement with just a small thing that I just changed, right? So that happened to me a lot of times back in the day. It still does. So yeah, learn to take in feedback, even from non-artists. I don't think I would be able to grow without your guide as fast or as good as I wanted to this year. Hey, thanks. The Kamome Shirahama video? Are you what you're talking about? Right? Isn't it? Alright guys, my son is here. It's gonna be a bit noisy. Yeah, my critiques. Thanks, man. Dude, I'm always happy to help, yeah? Actually, hearing that really makes me feel good. Motivates me to do more. Scratches. Okay, this is indicate that it's metal. And she gets punched with this thing. But nope, no effect. I feel like I'll go faster this year. Hey, there you go. Yeah, just taking feedback. Study while you draw. And from here, okay, here's another important thing that I don't see much beginners do is try to, once you've studied enough, right, give yourself a month. All right, here's what you do: a month of studying, and then try to draw something big, right? Something that you put a lot of effort in that will take you hours and hours and hours to finish. Right? Do something like that every now and then. Basically, my art father. I'm flattered. But can you hear my actual son in the background, though? Maingay ka din, mami. Alright, noticeable? Yeah, it's a bit noisy. It's okay, though. I don't mind it, too. But I'm just hoping that you guys don't mind it as well. There's gonna be a lot of hatching lines. Actually, don't mind at all. Man, thanks, man. I like to add scratches here. This is to indicate that it's a bit tougher, a tougher material.
Be right back. All good, man. I think I'm about to end the stream very soon too. I'm about to put my son to sleep. I like this. Sige lang. Whoops. Okay, I think I can leave the page here for now. Maybe some gradients here somewhere. Okay, I am done with this. So the next step is just to lay out all the pages, and then the background plus the effects, which should be very easy to do. And I can probably do that. I can do most of that off stream, and then tomorrow we're gonna stream again, and we'll just finish off like the dialogues, the effects, and everything else that I need to finish. Right by Monday, I may stream too, maybe a shorter stream. I'm not quite sure. I only stream Saturday, Sunday, but sometimes I also stream on Monday if there's enough time. But Monday, I'll probably just just do some finishing touches. Nothing really too flashy. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna stream that process. But yeah, anyways, thank you everybody for watching. I'm about to end the stream now. I'm gonna put my son to sleep, and yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.